We're back.
We're back. Hey.
You handled all this today.
Yes, I did. I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I did it the right way this time.
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome to BnB Live. We're cracking up here because
Yes.
sometimes like when I do Swahili Sunday and I do the 30-second countdown, I haven't hit go live.
Right. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
I have to go live. People need to see it counting down.
Right.
It has to be live just for people to see it.
Well, we've definitely have had some bloopers in the past already. And we were talking before we went live on the segment how like we're getting the hang of this, right? We're learning as we go.
Yeah.
And we're definitely making major stride. And so, yeah, here we are again. Every Thursday we are here, folks, at 5:30.
Yes, we either have, and if you're listening after the fact, thanks so much for listening.
Yes.
And we are either here talking about something to do with Kenya or our upcoming events. Like we're going to talk about upcoming events, and as you see, some really cool products that we have here. And sometimes we have guests. So it's kind of an ebb and flow.
Yep.
So, and then to everybody on Instagram, hey.
Hi, Instagram. And of course, last week we had our dear friend, Larry.
Yeah,
Right?
Larry Broughton was
Larry
here.
Broughton
And
was
if you
here.
didn't get to see that, go back and look at the replay. It was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing conversation with him. I could have him here every week. He just has
Great
so
guy.
many great nuggets to share. And I just, appreciated him coming in and sharing all those nuggets with the audience. And if you didn't, like I said, if you did not see that, go back and look at it. You can find it on the Baskets and Beads YouTube channel or anywhere on the Baskets and Beads pages on Facebook. So go check that out.
And I would like to take a quick moment before we even jump into the segment, Eldonna. I think it's important for us to kind of like put a call to action to vendors and entrepreneurs and people that, bringing others in to come and interview, right? Can we kind of just, I know we didn't talk about this before we went live,
go ahead.
but I thought maybe it'd be this would be a great opportunity to reach out and to kind of say who or what are we looking for as far as conversations and interviews, because I know there has to be some of you who are watching either now or later that would be a great fit for our Thursday segments and conversations, right?
Yeah.
So what type of person are we looking for, Eldonna?
Okay, so BnB Live, a sustainable fair trade network. Obviously, we're looking for fair trade businesses, but also people that do leadership, and then also people with interesting stories. It's not only about fair trade. We do promote and talk about fair trade a lot, educate about fair trade for those who don't know about fair trade. But if you have an interesting story, I'm sure you do. You've done something, you're doing something. We'd love to interview you and get you some exposure for what it is that you're doing and hear your story. So you can send us a direct message or email Eldonna at basketsbeadskenya.com. There's actually a Calendly link. If you're on the newsletter, it comes out in the newsletter, but I'm happy to send you the link so you can schedule a time. You can choose to come here in studio,
Right.
or you can do it virtually. So whichever one. And then we have a couple of, speaking of events, we have a couple of events in the next coming months where we are going to be live on site.
Right.
So we're going to be able to interview people that are there. We're going to be at the Live to Free event, which is coming up October.
It's definitely on a Thursday. We know
Yes,
that much,
it's
right?
Thursday. I want to say I don't have my calendar with me. I should have had that in my head.
Now, are they going to have again the fashion show? Are they
Yes,
going
they're
to have
going to
the
have the
catwalk again?
fashion
Everything?
show.
Okay, awesome.
So
Love it.
Oh yes.
You need to be in the fashion show. We need to get. Are you in the?
No,
I was like, you should be in this fashion show.
I should ask that.
You should ask that. I think that'd be fantastic. We have a great line of apparel, and I think that you definitely need to be in the fashion show.
Well, the thing about the fashion show is our new dresses will be in the fashion show.
Yes,
They
I cannot
aren't here
wait.
yet. They aren't here yet, but they are coming. We should have them by the Irvine Global Village on October 14th.
Okay.
And it is the 19th for the Live to Free event. And then also, so we'll be doing BnB Live from there at Vanguard University. And we will be probably interviewing other fair trade businesses while we are there. Just a quick roving on the scene, having discussions about the event, and I have yet to set that up, and I actually have some ideas that we're going to discuss after this because I want to present it to the people at Vanguard.
I think I know where you're going with
Yes.
this. I have some ideas that just all of a sudden
Yeah.
started just wheeling in my head. So definitely we have to have a conversation about that.
Right.
For
So
sure.
so you can find us there. Also, I was just saying the Irvine Global Village, which is the second Saturday in October
Mhm.
at the 14th. And you'll find me if you're at SoFi Stadium on the 16th at the Cowboys Chargers game. Not the Chargers Cowboys, the Cowboys Chargers game. It's
Gotcha.
football season. I love football. I'm a football freak. Go Cowboys. I grew up in Texas. They
You are a fan indeed.
Yeah. So anyway, but there's a lot of events coming up. They're on the newsletter. We will also be doing a live at I believe it's November 18th. I want to say it's a Thursday. The Thursday, the weekend before Thanksgiving, at the Post 291 American Legion.
Mhm.
We will also be doing BnB Live from there.
Yes. That was a fun one last year too.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a fun one. We had some help. We had our production crew there.
Yep, and I like to call her the number one shop girl. She earned that name a long time ago, but our number one shop girl was there, which is obviously my daughter.
Right, that's our production crew.
Yeah, there you go, production crew as well. So she was hanging out with us, and of course we're going to be there again with Eldonna at that event as well. So
Yes, so that's a fun event. That's open to the public, by the way,
Yes.
and there'll be more details. We'll be posting about that. But go to basketsandbeatskenya.com
There you go.
and check out the little pop-up that comes up, and you can get on the newsletter list and you'll see where we're going to be, so you can come and meet us.
Yes.
Some of them I'll be doing solo, but some of them we'll be doing together, especially the ones where we're doing BnB Live on Thursdays.
Yeah, and another thing I would like to add, I think would be kind of fun. It's always nice to have interaction with those of you who have been following Baskets and Beads, and I'd like to say are supporters of Baskets and Beads. But if you plan on coming to some of these events, I think that you're talking about, Eldonna, not only will it be a great opportunity for us to just engage in conversation with you, but I also think that if you're open to the idea of it, we would love to go live with you and have a little bit of a conversation with you live as well, to be able to share with the audience that follows near and far Baskets and Beads. We would like others to get to know who you are as a supporter of Baskets and Beads. So that would be kind of cool, I think. So if that's something that maybe they're interested in doing,
Yeah.
if they show up to the event that's going to be happening at the the Post, what is it, the one we're doing?
American Legion Post
Yes.
291 in Newport Beach,
There
right
you
on
go.
the water.
Really cool spot, by
Yeah.
the way. But
They
if
have good food too.
yes, they do. We will be eating, I'm sure, once we're there too. But if you plan on going there, we would love to, again, maybe have a small live segment with you, talking a little bit about, how did you get connected with Baskets and Beads, and what are some of the products or goods that you have bought from Baskets and Beads, and your thoughts. We would love to be able to share that as content with the rest of our audience that follows Baskets and Beads, whether it's through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or all the other platforms that Baskets and Beads is on. We definitely would love to have a little bit more engagement with you if you're up to the idea of it. So keep that in mind as, if you decide to show up. If you feel comfortable enough, just know that we would love to be able to do a little segment with you. So
And before we went live, I posted in the comments, and I'm not sure what part of Facebook it showed up on. It's either on the page, the group, or my profile, but it's somewhere. And we can also put the link up too.
we'll add that then.
yeah.
Is it on there?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
in the banners.
Okay, I'll go ahead and add that when
So
we're
for
talking.
two events coming up. The first one, pull out a tree.
Don't mind me being so close to you guys. I'm just trying to find the banner that, which one are we looking for, Eldonna?
It says painting. I think it's right down at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay, Eldonna's gonna keep talking, and I'm just gonna
Yeah,
keep
so-
scrolling down, guys. So don't mind me.
So on Saturday, October 21st, we have our Sipping Teas and Painting Trees event right here in the studio in Santa Ana.
That's gonna be
And
fun.
it would love for you to come. It's a fundraiser. Part of the proceeds are going to go to help the Educating Children Fund to make sure that we can keep the 6 kids we have in high school and keep them going. And we had some interesting developments with one of the schools.
Trying to get it, but I can't reach it.
Can you see? Where is it?
I know it was there. There we go.
Okay.
How did you do that?
So
There we go.
it's in the link is in there. It's an Eventbrite link. So if you go if you go in the comments, it's there, but it's a long link, so it'd be hard to click on it. But it's, if you go to Eventbrite and put sipping teas and painting trees event, and this is what we're going to be painting. Gina Farrar is our artist who's going to teach us how to do it. So the fee includes the canvas, the paints, the brushes, all the class instruction, where it's from 1 to 4 on the 21st right here in the studio. So we're going to set up tables, and we're going to paint. And this is the scene we're going to paint. This is a tree that's known throughout Africa, and we're going to,
beautiful tree, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of a flat tree. It grows kind of flat. So Gina painted these already, and she's going to show us how to paint this. And you don't have to be an artist. You don't even have to know how to paint or draw or do anything. It's mainly for having fun. And when I say sipping teas, we'll have some tea, and maybe it'll be cool enough to have hot tea, and then we'll have some snacks with that and just a time to hang out. So it's from 1 to 4. The class probably won't go that long. We've allotted some extra time in case you want to shop or just hang out. And we're not going to shove you out the door at 4 o'clock. So,
right, like,
and if you want to show up a little bit early, you're welcome to do that too. But it's on Eventbrite, and the cost is $75. Part of those proceeds go to Dynamic Vision Foundation, which is our nonprofit, which will help the 6 kids that we have in school to help pay their school fees. They're coming up to the end of school. They're on their last term. There'll be some more fees for that, but then when they start up again, they'll have to start all over, and it'll be new uniforms and all new supplies, because it'll be a new school year, and everything will start over, and the costs will start from the beginning. So this is one way that we can raise some funds to help those kids. And one of our kids, the school, the kids, okay, I don't understand this. The kids went on strike.
What?
That, yeah.
What?
Layla told me that. I guess that's something that happens there. And if they don't go back, then they're going to have to repeat the grade all over again. And all the families just paid school fees for the last term. They've just been back in school for the last term about a month.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen there. We're praying about that. But then all the other kids, some of them board, some of them are day school, and we just want to be able to keep all those kids in school. Daisy is our senior who is at the end of her high school journey, and then she'll be going into the healthcare field, and we want to be able to have a little bit of funds to help her with that as well. So some of the proceeds from this are going to go to the Educating Children Fund to be able to pay those fees and make sure that those kids can stay educated, because education is the key for them to have a better life.
Right.
So sign up for that and
come
and join us.
So prior to going live, I was like, okay, I wanted to figure out a way to have all this whole thing set up, because there's quite a few items here that we want to talk about, specifically as we prepare to go into the holiday season, right?
Right.
And so what do we have here also on display? Let's talk a little bit about that too.
So what we have, and these 2 items are new, and I have, I think I have about 25 of these or something that the ladies already have. So I've already secured that these are going to be on order. This is a nativity set. It's all handcrafted out of the leaves and the things that it's all made from the actual natural items that they grow there. And what's really cool about this is, like, there's a little manger and the little animals. And
I love setting this up, by the way, because I've done it multiple times for the photo shoots, and then of course now for today. And it kind of takes me back when I used to play with Barbies.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm setting everything up, and you have but it's I mean, there's meaning behind this, of course, and so, but I enjoy putting it together. So
yeah, and it fits great. Nicely in here, so you can store it away. But it's a little nativity set. I like the wise men, like this one. Pick that one up. It's
this one.
This one.
This
here.
Little guy, the little one.
This wise man has a little basket that he's holding. I think it's just so cool that they actually made a little basket. And
it's like you think about what was it, frankincense and myrrh,
Yeah.
right? And just, you got Joseph in here in the back right here.
Yeah, he's holding a staff.
Yep.
It's really cool. They created a staff, and then his clothing. It's a.
And then you have Mary here. This is Mary. It's kind of a distance for you Instagrammers over there. Sorry about the distance there, but
yeah, we this is going to go up on the website soon. Vanessa just took a lot of really wonderful photos, and we're going to start sharing this soon. We wanted to share these trees. Now, I got these last year. I ordered some ornaments last year, and these are some of the ornaments. Like we have angels, and these are made out of wire and seed beads, and they have a little thing where you can hang them.
And they're ultra sturdy.
I know.
Like these things are solid, you guys.
I love these little balls.
Yeah, they're solid.
So these are little ornaments, and we have a few left from last year. And when I ordered some, I said, I got a picture of these trees, but I thought these trees were about this. I thought they were little trees about this height. And I got these, and I thought, what are these? And then you see they have little ornaments on them, and they're wire and seed beads, and they're different colors. We're out of the multicolor red and green combined. But there's gold, there's red, there's green, and then there'll be red and green. And there's a small and a large.
And we don't know the heights yet, correct?
Yeah, we have to measure.
We're going to measure today. We'll have the measurements so that way when we post, we just finished doing another photo shoot, a holiday photo shoot for the holiday products that are coming in for the holiday season. And so those are some of the specific things that we need to add as part of the description. So we will have the measurements of the height of the Christmas trees so that you see and the size of them. But for those who don't know, Eldonna, share with them about the story behind these Christmas trees, because I think that's that's really important.
Yeah, because when I got them, I thought, what are these big trees? I don't know. And Layla said that they don't have Christmas tree fields. So this is their Christmas tree that they put in their homes in the slum. And this is what they have for a Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was just so special. And so I said, okay, we'll see if they sell. I sold out, and I had to order more, and I almost sold out. I had a couple left. These, I think there's maybe one or two more left. But they sold like crazy. People were giving these as gifts because it's unique, it's different. It's something special that you can have in your home or give it as a gift. Actually, most of the people were giving them as gifts, which I thought was really cool. And I don't put up a big tree anymore because it's just me. Sometimes, the kids will do something or whatever. And I've been buying these little, trees from the store, like little pine trees or whatever. But this is going to be my tree now. So
at least you don't have to worry about watering it.
Yeah.
It won't dry, and you're not going to get the little pine needles all over the place.
And it's got a little iridescence to it, so it's got a little sparkle. So these are really nice. We're getting a whole bunch more of them. They're going to be up on the website. I'm going to have them at all the pop-up events, and I expect them to sell out again like they did last year. But then one other thing we got are these. These are little broom angels. And again, they're all made out of the natural materials that are there in Kenya. And they're all different. And we need to measure these too so people know the size of them. And each angel has something different. And it's got a little kind of
an instrument like this one has like a harp, this one has like a trumpet, this one
has a star.
It has a star.
Yeah.
I tried to pull all the variations that we have. I think this was pretty much the variations: the harp, the trumpet, and the star.
And it's all made from the natural grasses and leaves that grow there. So it's these are really nice. So these are new for this year, and the nativity sets. And I had these last year. They weren't on the website. They are going to be on the website this year. So they're going to be available on the website. If you if you're a shop and you do wholesale, you can get in touch with me for wholesale purchases. And because I've started them on my order, but if you want to do wholesale, you can connect with me and I can increase the order so you can get a wholesale order as well.
And we just finished as well with the photo shoot. We just finished our wholesale sheet. So we're pretty much ready to go. So yes, for those of you who are prepared to purchase wholesale, reach out to us. We are ready to share with you our wholesale price sheet and get your orders in, because I mean, people have pretty much you have ordered already in time for your Christmas, like what you're going to have on display. But we're still willing we want to take more orders. We're willing to take more orders for wholesale. And you do have another shipment coming in of Christmas products. So we are prepared to get those items to you. But get your orders in so that we can go ahead and get the product to you as well.
And I thought, since we were talking about handmade stuff, these are on the website and they're here. I think I have a couple at Fairtrade Long Beach. So these are really nice little lightweight necklaces. They are made out of the tree nuts that grow in the Lodwar area in Kenya. And they are completely hand carved, handcrafted. Like, they take the nuts and they hand carve them and they hand just put a design in there. And they're just really unique. And we have quite a few of these in stock. So those are on the website. I believe it's called Tree Nut Necklace. You can find it under necklaces. It's a very unique necklace, be a unique gift as well. So that's kind of just a product overview of, and you're thinking, well, you're talking about Christmas in September, but before you know it, Christmas is going to be here. I think somebody said that they've already seen some stuff in stores.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's already all there. And here's the other thing. Again, we always like to mention this every time we go live. You are always welcome to come into the studio space here and look at product and purchase product also directly here. Baskets and Beads is also readily available at Fairtrade Long Beach as well. That's another retail location that you can visit. There's also other wonderful vendors that are featured there as well, and all for great causes. And so your purchases your money's going towards a great cause. It's not just you're just being a consumer and buying something, but you're actually helping a cause. And so I think that is definitely meaningful for sure. So
yeah, because all of this goes to help them, the ladies in Kenya, reach a sustainable level. But speaking of coming to the showroom, or we can come to you.
I love it. I love how that just kind of glided right into that next part there, Eldonna.
I know how to
slick
segue. I segued right into that. Trunk shows. Shows. Okay, so that's also in the. This is a long link too, but you can go to the Calendly and schedule a trunk show. So what's a trunk show? And we already have someone scheduled to come here. You could come here and bring your friends, or we can pack up and come to you. A trunk show is a show where you are hosting the show, inviting your friends. Maybe you have some snacks or whatever you want to have. Mm-hmm. And then as a hostess, you'll get some gifts and some money off, depending on how much sales, just like any other kind of hostess type thing, although this isn't an MLM deal, but it's the same kind of concept. We're going to give you some hostess credit for the amount of sales that you have. And if somebody books another trunk show off of that, you'll get some more. You get 50% off of one item, and then it goes however the sales go, how much more you'll get off of your particular order. You can do it here in the studio. If you do it here in the studio, you bring the friends, you bring the food, and we'll hang out here. And there's times on the Calendly link, all the dates that are available. As dates book up, they disappear. Or if we're doing other shows or something.
Oh. Sorry about that. We have our security dog.
Yeah, our security dog must smell somebody going by.
Right.
Yeah, that's Indigo. I gave her bone.
Apologize for that, you guys. That could be shocking at times. We weren't expecting that. So you're talking about the calendar.
Right. So you can book a time for me to come to where you are, or you can come here and bring your friends here. The one show that just booked is they're bringing their friends here to the showroom, and we have plenty of room. We have chairs. We have the couch here. We have a little fridge with some drinks, but you can bring your own snacks. We have a table we can set up and make it comfortable for you and your friends, and come and enjoy and hear the story about baskets and beads. Potentially you could learn how to roll paper beads. I can bust out the paper bead tools and teach you how to roll some paper beads, and just have a good time and answer your questions. And you can see all the product around the showroom and come and experience baskets and beads. And then you and your friends can purchase products that have meaning, gifts that have meaning, gifts that gives back, gifts that make a difference in somebody else's life. And then the person that receives them will know that that gift that they received and made a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely. Definitely. Where are some of the places, and again, this is worth repeating every time we do a segment, because you just never know, right? We have new viewers, new people that are maybe popping in and seeing this for the first time. Where are some of the places, platforms, I should say, that they can connect and follow Baskets and Beads?
Well, definitely you can follow Baskets and Beads on Baskets and Beads Kenya on Instagram, Baskets and Beads Kenya, the page on Facebook. You can also find Baskets and Beads Kenya on TikTok. There's also a group, Baskets and Beads Kenya, and then you can also follow Eldonna Lewis Fernandez, my personal profile, and I'm on LinkedIn as well, and Twitter. Sometimes I post on Twitter, and this always broadcasts on LinkedIn, and every now and then I'll do a post on LinkedIn. But you can connect with us everywhere there. We'd really love it if you would like our page and follow us on Instagram, and then also on TikTok, because the more followers we have, the more eyes get on things, and the more eyes get on things, the more people buy. Again, go to basketsandbeadskenya.com.
Yep. We're going to add that banner right now. And then we also have the, after you talk about the .com, there's also the org. Correct?
Yeah, so basketsandbeadskenya.com. If you go to the .com site, and there's a little pop-up box that'll show up, put in your name and email. I'm supposed to send a newsletter out every week. I've been sending it out every couple of weeks, and that'll have all the information about BnB Live. Also, it'll have the information about the sipping teas and painting trees. It'll have the information about the pop-ups that we're going to be attending. It'll have the information about the trunk show. That's the best way to get all that info, is to be on the email list. It also gets posted on Instagram and Facebook as well, so you can find it all there.
Right. Fantastic. And of course, one of the other great ways that you can show support naturally, of course, is to purchase and to buy the goods of Baskets and Beads. But some of the other wonderful ways you can support Baskets and Beads is by sharing the content here on Facebook, on Instagram, reposting some of the photos or the products that are, that are being reviewed or being sold, or new inventory that's coming in as well. You can share some of, even this live, for instance, you'll have the option after the segment is done to be able to share on your news feed. So every time you share, every time you spread the love, and you become an extension of Baskets and Beads, essentially, kind of like what do they call it when you have like a team, like your there's a word for it and I can't think of it right now, but like it's like, it'll come to me eventually, you guys. But the point is that you become a supporter of Baskets and Beads in a way of bringing more exposure. And like Eldonna was saying, the more likes, the more clicks, the more, just the traffic coming through, right? Revisiting the pages and putting like and love, leaving comments as well. We want to hear from you. We actually want to see you share, like leave a comment, maybe there was something that was said that you liked, or, maybe there's a product that we're talking about that you have purchased. We want to hear your positive and loving comments about the products as well. Share your comments, engage with us. We're waiting for you to engage with us so that we can communicate back with you as well. So yeah, definitely.
So that would love for you to be a partner in sharing.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a world of a difference, you guys. It really does. Never think that it's not that big of a deal. No, it is a big deal. Every like, every share, all of that. there's something to the whole algorithm and all that, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I know that like the more you're clicking on it and you're just again sharing and helping us bring more exposure to this incredible cause, like our banner says there about educating children, empowering women, and educating children, and that we're going to continue to just move forward with that message, and that's the direction that Baskets and Beads is going in.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of that, I'll segue into the nonprofit side, the thing that we're doing with the farm. I haven't updated the farm. I have to post the pictures. So Layla sent me a picture of the farm. The onions are about ready to be harvested. And she sent me a picture of the red onions. And their red onions there are not as our red onions are here. But they are so good. And they are actually about ready to be harvested. She sent me a picture of the one onion that I guess they picked. And so I have a picture of an onion to share. I'll probably share that post tomorrow. And then the potatoes are growing nicely too. So we're growing onions and potatoes. And then we'll be looking for buyers and things like that. So that's something that we support through the nonprofit to get that to go. We funded that completely through donations to get it. We're working on getting it. I'm going to take the word try out. We are working on getting it to a profitability. And once we get it to that, then those funds will go back in and maybe get some more land. We're leasing land. We have an opportunity we're leasing 2 acres now. We have an opportunity to lease 5 acres when this lease is up, which will expand the ability to grow more, which is going to reduce food insecurity for not only these ladies, but the entire community. Will help reduce food insecurity. And our kind of big vision is see how much food insecurity we can reduce in Kenya, because there's a lot of that going around and a lot of struggles with getting food. So if we can help not only get women to be employed doing the farming and be able to take care of their families, but then also turn it around and improve food conditions for the community and whoever else.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great stuff. One thing I want to revisit again too, and it always comes back to me most of the time, like when we do our segments, is just how much Baskets and Beads has grown in the development of it. And again, as you just talked about, there's 2 acres of land. Once this lease is up, there's an opportunity to lease 5 acres of land. So it's like, I just see this, again, the word is expansion. I've mentioned it before in other segments. I just keep thinking expansion. And so we want to see this expand more and more. And so the anticipation that we're going to hear you say, hey, the lease is up, but guess what, guys? We've just, went into an agreement for 5 acres of land now.
Right.
So that's the what I'm already like setting my mind to.
And there's also another group when we went to visit the Maasai tribe in Naruk, we met these amazing ladies there. And another thing we're working on raising funds for is the funds to put a well there, because in the Masai Mara in that area, it's really dry, and their rivers are dried up, and they don't have access to a lot of water. So a well would really help those women and their families. So that's another thing that I'm working on to see if we can raise enough money. It's about $12,000 to put a well there for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of work to still be done, you guys. And so, I know, Eldonna, you're always, going back to the drawing board and trying to figure out what else can we do, and you're utilizing every resource that you have. And so speaking of resources, if you are connected to resources, if you're connected to things that would be beneficial to what's happening here with Baskets and Beads, please do not hesitate to reach out to Eldonna and share those possibilities. And I know the way you are, Eldonna, you'll make the communication and see if it's a good fit, but if you know of people, and again, resources and ways that you can be a blessing to what's happening with Baskets and Beads, or ideas, or, please reach out to Eldonna. We want to continue to see this grow. We want it to flourish. We want more lives to be touched. We want more women to be empowered. And we definitely want more children to be educated.
Yes, and another connection you can make for me is any podcasts, any television, radio, anything. I've interviewed on CNN, MSNBC, Fox Business, Fox, all over SoCal, and all kinds of radio programs and all kinds of other things. So I'm able to be interviewed, and that's another way to get the word out. And publicity is expensive, and I don't have a budget for that. And I'm bootstrapping a lot of this, and it's expensive and it's understandable. But if there's referrals out there that can be had, so I can avoid having to try to come up with about 10 grand to do that, I would appreciate any referrals for any type of interviews, whether it's online like this, on TV, on radio. I've done all kinds of interviews and publicity, so I'm not afraid of the camera.
Right. No, she's not afraid of the camera. Speaking of, I know you got this, by the way, this is a little sidebar here for a second, but I tagged you in on it when we met.
Yes.
Speaking of exposure, I was like, hey, it came up on my news.
Yeah, it was actually, I was going to, today it came up to me. I was doing it was right before I was speaking, and a video came up. It was 2017, and I'm like,
yes.
Here I am at the Riverside Women's Conference, and I'm getting ready to speak. And look, the energy's great here. This is before I met Vanessa. I met her that day, and I thought, look, here's the stage, and I'm looking forward to sharing and remind you how to think like a negotiator. Blah 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 blah. And little did I know, when I'm sharing that right before I'm going on stage, that was going to change the trajectory as well.
Right. And I was front row, you guys. It was the craziest. I was there with Amanda. I'll never forget it. And I remember one day we'll share the whole story about it, but let me just land the plane quickly here. So Amanda, my friend sitting next to me, I nudge her because this lady's up on the stage talking, right? And I nudge Amanda. I said, I need to meet this lady. I want to meet her. And there you go. And so all these years later, here we are hanging out on the couch.
Yeah. My hair wasn't white then.
No, it wasn't. No, but it looks beautiful on you, by the way. So, but there you have it, folks.
Yeah, there you have it. So go sign up for the newsletter. Go book your trunk shows. Sign up to do painting trees, and come and see us at events. Go by Fair Trade Long Beach. There's all kinds of ways you can connect with us.
Yes.
It's been great sharing another BnB Live with you.
Yes, as always, great to be with you guys as well. So what do we say when we end our segment?
Well, we always say the same thing. Nakupenda.
Nakupenda. We'll see you guys again soon.
Bye.